Hello and welcome to this video about So Much More Than Accounts and customer records. The purpose of this video is for me to explain a little bit about how customer records work in So Much More Than Accounts, how orders are connected to customer records, and how you can update customer records both manually and using the automated processes within the system. So first of all, customer records are viewed in this menu, in the Orders and Customers menu. And if you click on Orders and Customers and then on Customers, then you'll see a page which loads as a list of customers. So here we can see this particular test account has 198 customer records set up in it, and you can see the first 10 when you load the page. If you want, you can expand the number of records shown up to 100. And you can use this page to access individual customer records, search for individual customer records, and you can also delete customer records if they have no orders associated with them. So you can see here this particular customer record does have orders associated with it, so there is no delete button, whereas this one does not, so I am allowed to delete it. To delete an a customer record, you simply click that button, give a reason, and then press yes. So that's deleted the record, and now we have 197 in this account. If you want to edit a customer record, then you can click this button, and I can create this as, change the name, and then save it. So customer records store a number of pieces of information. They're actually quite complicated records. If I go back into the test record that I just set up by searching for it, test account, so this is the one I just modified, you can see that across the top of these tabs there are basic info, contact list, delivery address list, invoice address list, and notes for every customer record. And the purpose of this is to allow quite complex information to be stored in these customer records that allow them to represent individual people, retail customers, or alternatively to represent companies, which might include a number of different people within them. Companies and even private individuals might have multiple delivery addresses associated with their customer record, and they might want multiple invoice addresses to be included as well, even though they're the same customer. And that's what this system allows. So within the contact list, I can, for example, add another contact. So I can call this one Steve. Steve is a purchasing manager, and his office phone number is 1234567. I can also add in an extension, mobile number, email address, Twitter and Skype handles. So I can store a lot of information about Steve in this record. And you can see here we've got 2 contacts here now. Then in the delivery address, we have 1 delivery address already, and I can add a second. I can add this one as Testy Test Street Test Teston, and the postcode obviously TS11 for SS. So what this does is it creates a record of all the different delivery addresses for this particular customer, and then I can add invoice addresses, and if I want I can add notes which are shared between all the different users in the system. Just like that. Now then, when I come to create a customer order, that's when these notes become much more helpful, when the customer records become much more helpful. So for example, I go into the orders and click new to add an order, and now I can just find the record I already created, and I can choose the delivery and invoice addresses that I want from drop downs, rather than having to enter all the customer's delivery and invoice address details every time I want to create an order for the customer. I can now select them from drop downs, which makes it much easier. Then I will add a product, save the order. or email in this case. Oops, got to select a warehouse. And creating an order for a single line item can be as quick and easy as that, as a result of already having the data in the customer record. I hope that helps, and we'll come back later for a deep dive into the customer record details.